Hey there Internet, and welcome to another episode of Where's Your Bookmark. Today I'm going to be talking about The Madness Underneath, the second book in Maureen Johnson's Shades of London series. So if you haven't read The Name of the Star yet, you're probably going to want to stop watching right now because it's impossible to talk about this book without revealing a few small, well, not small, but crucial spoilers from the first one. So, go ahead, go read that. I'll wait. Ready to rock and roll? Okay, so The Madness Underneath picks up right where The Name of the Star left off. Rory is still in England, but she's been staying with her parents in Bristol for the last few weeks. After all, it's not every day that you have to recover from being stabbed by a ghost that was recreating the Jack the Ripper murders. But she's actually doing pretty okay with that. It's just that she has no one to talk to. If she told her parents or her therapist the truth about what was going on, they'd think she's crazy. And she can't even reach out to the other shades, Boo, Callum, and Stephen, because their numbers have been wiped from her phone. She feels completely alone, she's completely behind in school, and all she wants is something maybe resembling normalcy. Plus there's the fact that she's a human terminus now, which means that if she touches a ghost, she'll destroy them. But at least now Rory's allowed to go back to Wexford, and she's desperately trying to get something resembling normal again. Except now there's this whole new string of murders happening around the school, and she's convinced that ghosts are behind them. Now, I really enjoyed this book, and I'm really intrigued in seeing where this series ends up going, but this novel had that definite feeling of the second book in a series feel to it. It's not like a first book where you're being introduced to the world and the characters and what the rules are. This one is a lot more based in character development, specifically Rory. It's a very Rory-centric book, which makes sense since she's the one telling the story. We don't get to see as many of the colorful secondary characters that I think we saw in the first book because she is so focused on this one thing. And I think that has a lot to do with the time span of this book. While the first one took place over the course of several months, this one I think takes place over the course of maybe 2 weeks. There are some new characters that come into play and they definitely affect the story, but me personally I was kind of missing seeing a bunch of the old ones who I had already connected with. The plot does move along, and Maureen Johnson definitely has this incredible gift for making you forget how long you've been reading. When I first started this book, I only meant to sit down and maybe read the first chapter or two, get a feel for it, and the next time I looked up at my clock, it was 2 hours later, and I was halfway through. She has an incredible gift of pacing and just making you want to keep going without realizing it almost. It's very subtle and it's really well done, and that's why I'm always so easily raptured with her stories. And I'll have to say, the ending with this book definitely took me by surprise, which I think was the point. I don't know if Maureen Johnson will be able to write her way out of this one in a way that will also satisfy readers. Personally, I'm kind of worried, but maybe we're not supposed to be satisfied. After all, not much in Rory's life has been able to be wrapped up prettily with a bow at the end, so maybe this part isn't going to be either. I hope that we'll get some resolutions soon, because there are definitely some cliffhangers in this one. If you liked The Name of the Star, I would say absolutely give The Madness Underneath a try. I liked it, I didn't love it as fully as the first one, but I'm still committed and I still want to know what happens to these characters next. All my usual links are down below. Comments are always welcome. I love knowing what you guys think and what you've been reading, and that's it for me for now. Take care. Bye!